Things that make you go, Mr. Poteet was fortunate enough to have his first year teaching kindergarten. Right out of college, they gave me those little 5-year-olds, and it was my responsibility to get them ready for first grade. Well, I shut down all other subject areas except reading. Except reading. It's one of the hardest things for our brain to pick up on. We have to take the language that we have been given as our mother tongue, and most of them can talk pretty good by the time they're 5 years old. And then we have to take that language and give every single sound a symbol known as our alphabets. Wow. And if they've got no prior experience with mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, or anybody, they come to us like a deer in the headlights. I gotta do what? So I have a challenge for you out there, mom, dad, grandma, and grandpa, to learn this language. It's called the Morse Code. And while they're learning these symbols, I challenge you to learn these symbols. There's no capitals in Morse Code. There's no E is a long or a short sounding vowel. There's no blends of CH, TH. There's no I before E except after. All of these rules coming at these kids, but hopefully we just start with our ABCs. Forget the 1, 2, 3s until spring break. ABCs, they gotta be comfortable with it. Now here's how you can help your little readers out at home. First of all, any of you remember what this is? This is the first generation pacifier, basically to keep your child quiet while you're doing something else. Fortunately, their eyes and their ears were still observing the world. All right? Well, here's what this generation has now. Pacifier, I'm not talking. And then we give them one of these. So we put on this, because now they're focused. And then we give them one of these. Hey! It's the worst thing we could do to our kids. We shut down their senses to observe their world. The number one rule of science is observation. Observe your world. Teach your children to look around their world. Look to see where all of the letters are in the stores, driving in their car. Take the pacifier away from them. Engage their little minds, because I'm telling you, moms and dad, grandmas and grandpa, they want to learn. They want to be a part of the grown-up world. They want to be a part of what's out there. And our world is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. We need to instill a love to read. All right, so I have a challenge for you, a few things to help you out. Sometimes you might get something in the journal or the agenda that says, well, little Johnny or Jane is not quite a strong reader. That means she's weak in reading. He's weak. We haven't got the eye to the brain, I understand, connections yet. So a couple things you can do. First, take the digital pacifier 5.0 away. And when you sit down and watch TV with them, turn on the closed captioning, the CC button. Your brain has no choice but to read what's on the bottom. It'll be frustrating at first, but your children will go, oh, I got this, Mom. And they'll get this and this at the same time of something they enjoy. Do it with them. That's probably the biggest lacking, most important factor is you need to sit down and read with your kids. You need to have fun with them. Reading. And with that said, I'm going to challenge you. What message is on the board? Took me a while to put it up there with the help of my daughter. Boy, we got our dots and our dashes all backwards, especially with me involved. But that's how your kids are learning their new language. And it's all around them. It's everywhere. Have some fun with your kids. Read the street signs as you're driving along someplace. Point it out. Teach them to observe more and more and more what's going on in their world. This is Mr. Poteet asking you to strip away the distractions. Are they going to cry first? Of course they are. We all cry when our pacifiers get stripped away. That old saying says you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. I challenge you to drink some of this water and see how much fun you can have with yourself, with your kids, with your grandkids, your nieces, your nephew, because language is one of the great equalizers. Have a wonderful Christmas and stay safe on New Year's. Mahalo. Muchos.